Welcome to Tater Time Football, where we talk about everything around football. Here's your host, Tater Tot. Hey guys, welcome to week 16 of Tater Time Football. We're starting to get down to the nitty gritty. So first off, this week we're going to do something a little different because it is playoff week also. So we're going to cover all the way up to next Saturday. So here we go. Now we got number 1, Indiana falls in there. Number 2, Ohio State. Number 3, Georgia. Number 4, Texas Tech. Number 5, Oregon. Number 6, Ole Miss. Number 7, A&M. Number 8, Oklahoma. Number 9, Alabama. Number 10, Miami. Number 11, Tulane. And number 12, JMU. Do you have anything to say about that wonderful, playoff ranking right there? And I think one of the main ones, everyone's probably, they can say what they want, but they're probably upset about one of them being in there.
I don't know if I should yet.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, first off, we're going to get into these picks, and then we'll carry on about everything else. All right. Now you got Army and at Navy, and that's going to be Saturday at 2.
Oh, okay. Is that?
Yeah. Saturday.
I'm
going to let you pick first.
Oh, okay. Honestly, I'm probably just gonna pick Navy. They've been a way better team this year than Army has. At least that's why I think. But you don't know what these military games.
Especially these two when they match up. I really love watching this game every year. I remember watching it with my brother every year. He always wanted Army to win because they're usually the underdog in this whole matchup. So I'm going to go Navy here. I think let's see what the spread is real quick. Spread is Navy by 6 points. So that seems about fair. I say a touchdown sounds about right.
Yeah.
All right. Now you got Boise and Washington.
I'm gonna pick Washington to beat Boise.
All right. I'm definitely going to go Washington here. I don't think Boise's the same team as they were last year. Like, I was kind of like, I saw a lot of, good things out of them, like, last year. But, it just didn't follow over into this year. Like, it really did, man. Like, I kind of feel bad for them a little bit, but not at the same time. But they're going to be playing in Inglewood, California. It's SoFi Stadium. All right, now here's your Troy Trojans goal.
Where?
Playing Jacksonville State at Crampton Bowl in Montgomery. So right beside where I work.
Actually, dang. Oh, it's at 8 p.m.
Yes, it's at 8 p.m.
It'd be a late one, but that would probably be a decent one to go to. It's only right down the road.
The spread is 2.5 points, Troy.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm gonna give it to Troy. I think they played James Madison okay.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think they did terrible. So I definitely think they do better than Jacksonville State.
And then also on that last game, Washington is favored by 10 points. So.
Oh, okay.
So let me keep going with that trend too. I'm gonna go with Troy here. My sister actually went to school there years ago, so I kind of really enjoyed getting to go to a game there one time. It wasn't like, it's not like no Alabama game, but
no.
It's just something different than these bigger schools. So I kind of favor them a little bit. Plus, I like their colors. Kind of favors a little bit more of Alabama as well.
It's
So, yeah, it's not like AUM or something like that. So I can live with it. Now you have Wednesday, December 17th. This is going to be a 4 p.m. game. Old Dominion at South Florida. I think South Florida has proved themselves this year to me to be able to win this game, and like finish the year on a big note. So that's gonna be in Camp World Stadium in Orlando, Florida.
yeah. I mean, I know South Florida just lost their coach to Auburn.
Yes,
Um,
and
I mean,
maybe Auburn will keep him.
I know Old Domain's 9-3, and so is South Florida, but
Yeah.
I don't think they're in the same ball league. I think South Florida is just a little bit just better than Old Domain. I
hmm
could be wrong, but that's what I'm gonna pick.
So I agree with you as well. Oh yeah, I already said that anyway. Okay, now you got the Louisiana Raging Cajuns and the Delaware. Forgot what those are.
They're the cousins of the Storm and Mormons.
I guess. Hancock, Whitney Stadium in Mobile, Alabama. So
Oh, another one.
I've seen a little bit out of Delaware this year, so I'm gonna
Hmm.
actually go Delaware. Like I've actually watched these rinky dink teams, guys. Like I've watched them play a little bit. I think Delaware could actually play with the Raging Cajuns. So who do you got?
The Raging Cajuns. That's who I got.
Okay, so you just gonna be difficult because you raging. You
I'm
raging.
raging?
You're a Cajun.
No, I'm no Cajun.
Okay, so
Not by any means.
now you got Thursday, December 18th at 8 p.m. at Ford Center at the Star, Frisco, Texas. Okay, these places killing me. Now you got Missouri State at Arkansas State. I'm gonna go Arkansas State here because Butch Jones gets it done. Ever since he's been with Alabama, like when he left Alabama and he went to go coach at Arkansas State, he has completely changed that program, and I really think they got it here. So let's go Butch Jones.
I'm also gonna agree with you and pick Arkansas State on this one.
There you go. You see, he's starting to, buy in a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah, finally I'm trying to
I'm the
buy
problem.
in.
All right.
Now you got Friday or December 19th, at 10 a.m. Kenshaw State. Didn't these two just play each other? Kenshaw State
I think they
at
did.
Western Michigan. With
Oh, wait,
Western
no,
Michigan,
no.
Brooks Stadium.
I think Kennesaw played the.
Oh yeah, okay. No, because I was like,
think
did
they
these two just play each other for like a conference title?
No, I don't think so. I think they
Okay.
just played Jacksonville State.
Okay, cool. So
One of these
Brooks
two, I swear,
Stadium,
just played Jacksonville State.
SC. So Conway, South Carolina. I'm gonna go Western Michigan here. I think, from what I've seen from them this year, I think they can handle it. Kennesaw State, I just don't know because, I just don't.
I'm also gonna pick Western Michigan as well because what I seen the last game they played.
Because these are games that are really hard to pick. And look, Western Michigan is favored by 4 points. Okay, NC State with Memphis, and it's going to be at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Who you got?
My gut says to go with NC State.
I'm going to go with you on that too. But what does your heart tell you? NC State
No,
is favored by 5.5. So
I guess that's what we'll stick with.
okay, I say they cover. Okay, cool. Okay, now you have number 9, Alabama, with This is actually going to be in Oklahoma. So this is going to be your first home game for the playoff. I personally think this is a rematch game. Alabama is favored by 1.5 points, which is very surprising, considering. Let's just go back in history that they only the last time they played this team, they threw two interceptions for a touchdown. So that was the only way Oklahoma actually won. So let's put
2 interceptions and a fumble that they scored on. So
yeah, you know what I mean. So, I get Oklahoma's got a good defense, but I just think that this is a revenge game for Alabama. And I think with the fact that we didn't play the people that were hurt in the SEC title game, that you're going to see the same thing you saw against Georgia this past week. So, and this also being the 19th, that gives them exactly almost 3 weeks to get healthy. So, I think if we can get, if Alabama can get most of their guys back to 100%, and I've heard a little bit of a rumor here that Ty Simpson's hurt, is there a possibility that they will sit Ty at some point during the game if he doesn't perform, and they will have to make that decision? If not, it could be a very long playoff for them.
If they don't, then they're just asking to lose.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm not saying, because Ty is a good quarterback. I'm not taking nothing away from him, and I've talked about him this year, and I like Ty. But it's just lately he's just not been the same Ty that he started off at this year. It's just kind of, it went from up here to just creep down, and it's like, dude, are you ever going to come back up, please? Please, just for a minute. But it's like you got to breathe. So, yeah, I'm going to go Alabama here.
Oh, yeah. I'm also going to pick Alabama.
I'm just saying, what if Alabama comes out and just lights it up? I'm not.
I hope,
because I really hope they do.
I at least hope we win the first game. That way we can at least say we belonged in there.
Yeah.
Even though maybe I'm not 100% on that bus, but
Yeah. But as a fan though, you gotta still be there for them even when they down. But I'll talk to you about a little bit more later on, because there's something that I do need to say about fan bases, and I mean the one and only at Crimson Tide fan base. Okay. So you got Miami and Texas A&M in College Station, Texas A&M. So I really think Miami's not going to be able to handle A&M. I do not think Miami is cut out to play A&M in College Station. I do not think they can handle it. And what is the spread on that? Texas A&M by 3.5 points. I can see that. Heck, I would actually like to say that they might beat them by maybe 7 points. Don't even do 3.5.
Yeah. I'm also going to pick Texas A&M just because Miami's losses are to Louisville and SMU.
Now, Tulane versus Ole Miss in Oxford, Mississippi. I'm going to go Ole Miss. Actually, no. They're without Lane Kiffin right now, just so you know. Since they fired their coach, I think Tulane can actually beat them. But I think it's not by much.
Fire their coach?
No, they didn't fire him. He left. Okay, my bad.
You said fired him.
Sorry, my bad. False news. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. Let's go back into this. Now you got Ole Miss. I really think without Lane Kiffin they're not going to be the same team. So Tulane is going to be Tulane today and not Tulane. So I give them at least one round in. Let them win one round. So they have earned the right to be there for the most part.
Okay. We'll spit some facts here that I think the Green Wave, I think they level out and they're no longer a wave. I think they're more of just a splash. Not that I'm hating on them per se as much as I've let on, but Ole Miss did beat them 45-10. Or I think it's gonna be closer. Don't get me wrong, it could be closer. Maybe like 35 to like 17. But
about half. Well, it does say by 17 and a half points.
man, look at that. Look at that. Look how smart I am.
You are actually almost on the dot. Like, okay.
I swear I didn't look at the point spread at all. I'm just basing off
He did not.
brainwaves.
Like, I swear he actually did. Like, telepathically just figured it out, guys. Now that we know this, the last one, James Madison at number five Oregon. Poor James Madison. I feel so bad. Oregon is favored by 21 and a half. They're going to die.
I'm going to bring this point up later about this game. But yes, I'm going to pick Oregon to put James Madison out of their
misery.
Not misery per se, but
off their rocker.
They're not even going to make it into the castle.
And, you know, if they do, if James Madison just pulls some, like, you know, crazy out of the box stuff.
I mean, hey, who was it?
Like,
it was,
I'm not going to doubt them
Arizona,
because, you know, the whole country, like, you know, when it comes to these two teams, you know, this is, to me, it's kind of fair to have those two teams in here because it gives them a chance to show that, hey, we can play with the big boys. We can do all that. It's like, and that's why they let them in. It's like, I'm not.
Okay, you're saying if they actually show up.
Yeah.
And not if they show up, if they actually contend.
Yes.
If they get blown out like 56-10.
Yeah.
Then what?
That's not good.
Go back to your sandbox?
Yeah, you're not going to be here next year. You need to go get better.
Who knows? Maybe it'll be another Arizona-Texas game. Arizona State-Texas game, I bet.
Okay. But that's pretty much it. I'm going to go Oregon here. Just because.
Yeah.
Now that's all over with. So now that that's done, I'm going to tell you how I feel about when people were complaining about the way the rankings came out.
Mm-hmm.
I had so many people, and Cole knows a couple of them, because he's one of them. I'm gonna call you out. I'm calling you out. I'm calling him out, guys, okay? This man over here was just like, well, we don't deserve to be there. Bull crap! It's like, who says that? It's like, if the committee gave you a chance to be in the playoff, it's like, and let's go back. Let's go back even further. It's like, I want to bring this up. People are like, well, it's not giving the SEC title any meaning. I was watching a few podcasters and stuff that I really like to watch, and they actually were spitting a lot of facts, okay? When it comes to your SEC titles and all these big title games, it's like you are the number 1 and the number 2 teams in your conference, okay? If you are ranked higher than, like, you know, if you're ranked in the top 10 and you have 2 top 10 teams playing against each other in the title game, you don't get penalized. And yes, Alabama still got penalized because if they would have won against Georgia, they would have got an automatic bye. Okay? If they would have, and they did lose, okay, since they lost, they did not. They get to sit where they are. It's just like the SMU game last year. It's like when SMU went to the ACC title, why do you think SMU got in over Alabama? It's because of the conference championship. It was all because of the conference championship. They are not going to penalize a team just because they made it to a game that they get an extra game. Like, but everybody else gets to sit at home and do nothing and twiddle their thumbs and oh yeah, look at me, I'm better than them. It's like, no, you didn't earn the right to be in the play, or like earn the right to be in the SEC title, and you should not be penalized for an extra game that is a reward game to you. You know what I mean? If it's a reward game, why are you going to get punished if you lose it? But in a way, you still get punished anyway. You just don't drop out of a playoff because of it. That's why, people can get mad all they want. But you see, I think I've seen more mad Alabama players, or not Alabama players, but Alabama fans that they got in this time than last year when they didn't get in. And it's like, it irritates me to no end. It's like, if you're a fan, you support them in the good, you support them in the bad. If not, you're not a true fan to me.
You know, the funniest thing about
and I'm not saying Cole's not a true fan here.
The funniest thing about you saying fans being mad, the most amount of fans that I've seen being mad that Alabama got in is Georgia fans. Because they know that more than likely if we face them again,
they're gonna die.
I wouldn't say die, but there's a good chance
they don't win. I'm sorry. It's like there's a big chance that Alabama will beat them. And I'm sorry, people could say what they want. It's like they all made it sound like they were worried about, it's just because Notre Dame didn't get in over, Miami. Notre Dame, I got some news for you. Come to a daggum conference where you freaking belong. If you want to get into a playoff, you do not rightfully deserve to be in a playoff if you're too much of a chicken to actually get your butt whooped in the ACC.
Who was the ACC conference championship? I'm blanking out.
It's like this is it. It's time for them to come to a conference and get over themselves. Quit being a bunch of freaking pot of gold crybabies and actually do something. With your life. If you really want to be part of the, big boys, you need to actually pretend you want to be a big boy. And I'm not saying the ACC is that great because it's not really that great. But if you want a chance, it's like, heck, y'all might actually win the ACC every freaking year. If y'all are really that good. Sorry. Okay, I'm finished.
Who played in the ACC championship?
Duke.
I'm blanking out. Oh, Duke and Virginia.
Yeah, Duke and Virginia. And people thought Duke was going to get in there, and I'm like...
They're 7-5.
I'm like, guys. There was no way...
They weren't even ranked. There's no way you're taking an unranked 75.
Duke thinking
if they did... Alabama probably would have been very minute compared to the outrage that somebody like Notre Dame would have had. But if Notre Dame would join the ACC, they would have played for the title game and they would have stayed in.
Yeah, and that's the point I'm trying to make, is they would have played for the ACC title and they would have actually won. They would have actually won, and I get they're a good team and I know they have the intangibles to beat anyone in the nation. But here's the deal. You have to actually grow up and actually join. It's like, I know it sucks, and you don't want to sit there and play the daggum conference, but it's like, dude, it's going to make you a better team.
It's funny because Notre Dame in basketball, in baseball, and probably softball and volleyball, whatever, even golf, I think, they're in the ACC. So why is football different? It shouldn't be different. You're in the ACC. Once you select okay, because that's weird. That'd be like saying, yeah, Notre Dame's in the ACC in basketball, but actually they're in the SEC in football. That makes no sense. If you're part of the ACC in one,
you might as well go ahead and join.
You should be a part of it in all sports.
Yeah.
But
And also, you know what? Another thing I need to touch base on is what made them look worse was when they opted out of even playing their bowl game. Okay? You should not be allowed. Sorry if I'm yelling in my mic, but you should not be allowed to opt out. Yeah, as a player, you can. But the whole team opt out of playing an actual game, you should be penalized for. And like I know a couple of schools they did. They actually like the conferences penalized them for denying the bowl game, charged them money because they didn't want to play. It's like
because the school's losing money.
It's like you're basically losing money for your school and the funding for your school. Why? It's like, dude, just play. Quit being a bunch of crybabies, and this is what I'm talking about. It's like that's some childish stuff. That I didn't get my way, so I'm gonna, opt out. Like, dude, grow up.
I mean, it's like if I think it's better to like show people what you could have done than not showing at all.
Yeah.
I mean, like FSU last year when they got the doors blown off of them by Georgia, but they were complaining that they didn't get in the playoffs. Or was it the year before?
It was the year before.
Yeah, it was the year before.
It was because it was the year Alabama played Michigan because Alabama got in over. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to interrupt.
But FSU didn't have their star quarterback when they were like, it's not fair. I was like, okay, if you're really a championship caliber, then you should be able to beat Georgia. And then they got manhandled by it. And they're like, well, we didn't have a star quarterback. So you're saying that you weren't good enough. But like, with Notre Dame, I seen they made some big moves, like as in not wanting to play a game. They forfeited their bowl game. And they made up their own rule or whatever, that if they're in the top 10 and they have a good enough record, no matter what, they are in the playoffs. And that actually, did you know, there has been I wouldn't say mass outrage, but there's been a quiet big stir up from other schools who are saying if that's allowed, they're not going to play Notre Dame. They're taking them off the schedule. So,
and that affects Notre Dame a lot.
And then someone said, well, there's plenty of quality teams for Notre Dame to play. Yeah, but if they have to go like way out of their way to play teams that are probably, I mean, because the people that are probably saying this more than likely are in the Southeastern Conference and kind of like, just like, I mean, this whole part of the U.S. or whatever. So if majority of those people don't want to play you and you have to go out west or Midwest to play these other teams, they're gonna say those. I mean, I'm not trying to shit talk. Oops, I'm not trying to crap talk the other teams in the West, but I don't think USC, Cal. Well, maybe Oregon's the only one that's over there, but they feel like they're over here because they're in the Big Ten. UCLA. I don't think those are really great teams. Washington's okay, but they're all the way over there.
Well,
I don't think they're really going to play Notre Dame.
Here's the deal. There are two conferences, and like I know I have said this about Ohio State and Indiana, okay? Those are two teams that I think haven't truly been tested yet. Still, to this day. I'm not saying that they can't win national championships. They can't do any of this stuff. But in the Big Ten, it can be pretty tough to play there, okay? But it can also be tough to play in the SEC. Big Ten schools couldn't play in the SEC because of the daggum heat, okay? SEC schools couldn't play up north in the freaking wintertime, okay? Let's just make a point here. It's like it's freezing to death up there, and then you come down here and it's freaking... It's like neither one can play in each other's stuff. So, like, the fact that they're saying that, well, Ohio State could come to the SEC and beat everybody. I'm like, that would not happen. I'm sorry, that would not happen. That'd be like if Alabama went to the Big Ten. They would lose in the wintertime. A lot. Okay? Like, especially with the snow. Like, it starts snowing. Like, it did with the Michigan Ohio State game, Alabama can't handle that. Okay? And I would be the first Alabama fan to tell you that we would lose in that, scenario. But it's tough to play there and it's tough to play here. Those are the two major conferences. If you really want to get good, you have to play in either one of those to get good. Okay? And I'm not taking nothing away from Ohio State. I'm not taking nothing away from Indiana. It's just I really think when they tried to compare the two off of what their title game was, and it was like 13-10, and then judging by their actual, schedule, it's like it doesn't matter. Like you can't base the matchup, like their matchup, off of their whole daggum season. Like their whole season, they didn't play nobody.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go play each other, and it's a tight game. And then they're like, "Oh, these are two really tough teams." It's like, dude, did you not see what they played during the season? It's like the only reason why Ohio State ever stayed number one was because they won the national title last year. It was the only thing that drove their case to even stay number one for winning every game.
Yeah.
And then Indiana, of course, they were in the playoff last year, so they had every right to be able to be moved up there to the number 2 spot. And then whenever they beat Ohio State, of course they jumped and then went over in the, number 1, Ohio State number 2. But that's all I really had to say. Sorry, I don't want to get off track. We're at 31 minutes.
I'll make a quick point because I keep seeing comments on it on whether it's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok about all I see is either Georgia fans complaining that Alabama's in or some random people there complaining about it.
Mm-hmm.
And all they're saying is Alabama they don't have any quality wins. They didn't play anybody. Okay. If you look, because I looked at all the schedules in the top 12, and I keep seeing it, and I know it's bullcrap, even though you keep seeing it, someone's going to believe it, and then they're going to spread it. But and I know people go off of the end of the season and where everybody's ranked. At the time, Alabama played number 5 Georgia, number 16 Vanderbilt, number 14 Missouri, number 11 Tennessee. 4 games back-to-back, top 16. And they won all 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, they had a really close loss versus number 11 at the time, Oklahoma, which everybody says has the best defense in the country. Okay, so you're admitting that we should have kind of beat them because we threw 2 picks and they ended up scoring on. And that was the couple of drives that they scored on.
And
we
yards.
outgained them and everything. And we had more yards and time possession. So yeah, should we find a way to win? Yes, that's fine. And then they're gonna say Florida State. I don't understand why everybody else gets a pass the first game of the season. Someone could have Oregon could play Jacksonville State and barely beat them. What was the first game? But when it comes to Alabama, it's not fair. It's no, they should have beat them. Well, dude, they clearly didn't have that swagger and they didn't have the tempo and mindset to come in and beat Florida State at their home. There was a wake-up call. It went on to beat Monroe 73-0, Wisconsin 38-14, then beat Georgia 24-21. I think, and then just keep going. It just sucks that we lost to LSU, or not LSU, to Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. If we wouldn't have lost to Oklahoma, nobody would have cared that we lost to Georgia in the SEC championship. No one would care. They would have been well, you would have had the people that would have said, oh, but
they see that 3 loss.
And I just want to say, because, people they don't have quality wins. Okay, who does? Indiana? Strength of schedule? No. Ohio State? No. Georgia? Okay, let me take that back, because it's only the one comment I had. Any team that's in the playoffs right now that's not in the SEC, dude, what quality wins do they have? Ohio State? They lost to Indiana. Sure, they beat Texas at the beginning of the year. I think same score, 13-10. Texas Tech, I like Texas Tech. They're blowing people out of the water. The toughest team they've played so far this year, besides BYU, and they beat them out pretty good. I don't think BYU's super great, was Utah. So, I would say they're up there,
They're not
Oregon,
trash, but still good.
Oregon's got a good quality win against number 20 Iowa, number 15 USC at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Now they did beat number 3 at the time, Penn State. I don't know what happens, people change. But they did lose to Indiana.
And Indiana almost
Um,
lost to Penn State. Let's let's bring that up too.
and then, but then you have Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, Alabama. And the reason I say SEC is because all those teams have played each other this year. And I know people say, what gauntlet? The SEC has a gauntlet. I mean, it's a tough division. You can't take that away.
Because every
But
team's got good
okay,
defense. Every team's somewhat offense.
and then you look at Miami. Sure, they got a quality win over Notre Dame. Cool. That's why they're in. Number 6 Notre Dame at the time. They beat number 18 South Florida pretty well. They barely beat number 18 Florida State at the time. And then they beat 22 Pitt. So okay, got some ranks in there. But it's like, it's quality wins. It's like, okay, so you're saying that Ohio State and Indiana don't have quality wins, but because they're undefeated, you're saying, oh, they deserve to be there. Well, if you're saying quality, you can't say one thing that like, oh, this team doesn't have quality wins when the top 2 teams don't have quality wins. It doesn't make sense. You can't do that.
Can't make it make sense either.
Now, I am a lot cooler about Alabama in the playoffs right now. Now, if you had asked me last weekend, I would have told you a whole different story. I was kind of I was more mad at how we looked the last 2 games. Because I knew what I was used those first 6, 7 games, dude, or besides the Florida State game, dude. I was like, man, Alabama, we're going, baby.
It's like we look
But
good.
and then people want to talk about, Georgia had hurt players too. I saw someone throw out
But
some
we had
random
14.
crazy stat. They had 8. Georgia had 8 players out. I go back to look at it. Georgia had 4 players out, and 3 were starters. 1 was not. Alabama had 12 players out. 11 were starters.
Oh,
11.
12.
11 were starters. I think one tied in. He's not really a starter. He comes in every once in a while. He was out, but that's the only non-start. And then we lost Sabian Brown, like top cornerback in the country, guys. Top cornerback in the country. Guy Coleman from Auburn, who we raved about, locked him down.
Yeah.
Gone. And then we lost someone else during the game. I can't remember at the
37.
time. So, okay, 14 guys. 13 starters. That's a whole defense. That's a whole offense. That's a whole side of the ball.
Like that's a lot. Like that's
a lot of people.
That's a lot of guys, and like
so the fact that we're still here,
backups trying to play in those spots too. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. Oh, you're good. It's just like, dude, like I get it. Like I thought about it from both sides of the fence. I was like, this is why Alabama doesn't belong in here. But this is why we do. This is why we don't. I literally went and like sat there and thought about it like on lunch breaks, and I would just look and I would just read. And I'm like, well, at the end of the day, and I do agree now with the conference championships, you shouldn't be punished for a reward game. I didn't look at it as a reward game. It's just tough when you get beat down in a reward game.
Mm-hmm.
It's
really tough to overlook, and I get
it's
that
just,
too.
It's more of just an opportunity game for somebody that's like number 13. They're facing number 11. Do they get in if they win? Yeah. Number 11, if they lose, do they get in? Maybe not. So, I mean,
all right.
It's complicated. People said it wouldn't be complicated with 12 teams. They lied.
They lied to us all. Okay.
But yeah, love to talk. I love to see the games. Love talking about them next week.
Yes, and by the way, our next video is going to be posted this coming up Sunday. Not this Sunday, but so later on during the week we're going to post it like after most of these playoff games are released, and then we know that certain teams are going to be playing the top 4 seeds. So, and main thing I just want to say is one thing left is Alabama is going to get 3 weeks to let all those guys get healthy, and they better hope to God, and the whole college football world better hope to God above that they don't get healthy to 100%, because I'm telling you, there's some blood in the water with the Crimson Tide, and I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna always pick them till the bitter end. And then even if they lose, I'm still gonna stick with them, man. And same thing with other people who are fans of like Michigan and people that I know. Like it's like you love your go blue, but I really love my Tide. Like I really do love my Tide. I won't give up on them. And like I don't want to sit here and beat a dead horse, but I really do love them. But at the same time, I do support every other team in the college football world. Not in the same sense. Like I don't support them like that, but I do show a little bit of love to them. So, with that all said, I'm sorry for
Everybody, he's gonna stop talking. Go enjoy some football. Go watch some football.
So
Don't even
yeah.
just go enjoy your freaking weekend, man.
All right, and y'all have a good one. See you on the next video. Roll Tide, and please like and subscribe.